Hello trader, my name is Lina and you're on my YouTube channel where I show how to trade. If you're new here and you think that trading is too hard for you, it's wrong because my strategies are very simple even for beginners. And now let's start our trading session.
Go to my Telegram channel by the link below the video. To do this, open it in the app. Join the group and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any useful information every day. Join my VIP group, just go to the dialogue with me and write plus VIP.
Today we'll trade on concepts. You can see them above. There are 7 of them today, but we'll trade on 10. That is, we will trade one circle and then go around the second circle and trade some more. The total will be about 9-10. We'll trade with the pocket options broker. Starting balance is $15. We will also check the trading space settings before starting the trading session. Also explain about the indicator that I will use. And I'll ask you to subscribe to my Telegram channel. You can find the link in the description. Well, now let's check all the settings of the trading space. Let's start placing our first trades. $15 first. That will increase it a little bit, and at some point we will reduce the amount and will not issue the full balance. Next we will set our time frame and trade will be 1 minute. This is the optimal trading time for a video, so the video is short and demonstrates how the indicator works. After the time, we choose a time frame on our chart. We have 10 minutes. Yeah. Next, we choose what we'll trade on. I choose concepts. We see the first two concepts. You can see concepts. Let's remove them for now. And there will be 5 left. So let's make 2. For general analysis of our chart, we will use technical analysis and 2 indicators. Fast power and also boost power. Let me show you the settings, these 2 indicators. You'll understand this. Yeah, this boost power indicator. The boost power indicator shows the strength of the bulls by subtracting the exponential moving average from the maximum price and determining the ability of buyers to rise the price even higher. Who is directed to the top position often prevails. There is also an average mark. The indicator trends to be above the average mark, but there is some points, relatively speaking, when 2 moving averages are directed in the lower position. This is often because the indicator works a little bit behind the times. It's about 20-30 seconds behind our schedule. That is, the candle can rise up. Because of this, the upper boost power indicator rises, then the candle also goes down. The same candle, because of this, the first power indicator is already rising, but boost power will not go down for some time, and such moments happen when 2 moving averages are directed either up or down, and this also happens not on one candle but on different ones. And that is, the first candle is up, the other is down. There can also be such situations Consolidation, well, there's no consolidation here. Something like consolidation, we see very large pullbacks. Consolidations can be the same direction of the candle. Three signs. The first is consolidation. The second is when the candle constantly rolls back. For example, red, we see it has large shadows in the upper position and the lower position. And when the different candles are with each other, alternating candles are also common. To understand what the opponent deal experience and technical analysis as a basis helps us in the direction of opening a deal. If you have any questions, we can ask them in the comments. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, when the first concept out, we open a down trade and begin technical analysis. A slight increase occurs and the second green candle is formed. Most likely there will be a small growth, and the general trend we see is that the downward trend will continue. There was also the area of resistance. Yeah, resistance area we see, we ended it in overcome a little. We can see from the shadow, but the rollback has begun anyway. The rollback will be in this support area. This greatly increases the chances of a downtrend. Next, we'll look at our indicators. According to our indicator, bearish power is a downward trend. They prevail over bull's power that is directed downwards. The deal closed in profit. The balance is $27. We'll increase the next trade to $27 and we immediately move on to the next concept bound. We are in the next concept bound. We'll open the bearish trade and begin technical analysis. Here we clearly see a drawdown and overcome the first nearest support level. Accordingly, there is also a gap. Most likely we will enter at least this support area and more likely overcome it, since the general trend is downtrend, but it's relatively confident. Although with the constant pullbacks and last period of our chart is confidently going down. If we look at the indicators, bearish power prevails. This is decreased. This we at the top are the ones who prevail. So everything has peaks of opening for decline. That is what we did. There are less than 10 seconds before the deal is closed, and the deal is closed in plus. The balance is $171, and let's increase the amount to $170 and move on to the next concept. So why we opened if there is clearly an upward trend at the moment? I did this because the general downward trend prevails over the upward one. There are 37 seconds until the end of this candle and 1 minute until the end of the deal. Our deal will already close on the next candle. This must be taken into account, and since this will be on the next candle, most likely there will be a small fake rollback upon reaching this plus or minus support area. We almost reach it and turned around. Most likely the general position of the downward trend will continue, at which point we will open it our trade or fall. Our general trend is also downward and confident. What else we can highlight is the indicators. Bearish power is looking up a little, bull's power is looking down. This is just general. Yeah, the deal closes at 0. 0 is also not bad. And let's move on. Let's open a trade here for an increase and proceed to technical analysis. At the moment, there is some kind of recovery after a fairly deep drawdown. At this recovery, we will open our position. You will look at the indicators. From the indicators, we can see that at the moment, bearish power is at the top position, bull's power at the lower angle, and bearish power prevails due to the previous drawdown that has a large volume. Well, since there is a rollback, thanks to the rollback, the bull's power is already rising. I think you understand the situation. It looks like at the chart. Let's look like it. Yeah, there are still a full 20 seconds before the deal closes, and so far we are stably holding on the pullback, and thus an upward trend is occurring. Well, we are nevertheless quite close toward this discovery point, and the trend is not very confident. Let's wait for the deal to close. At the moment, the candles are relatively stable. This deal is successfully closed. Yeah, $309 plus. Good. Let's reduce the trade amount for now to $100 and move on to the next concept. We open a deal for fall and proceed to technical analysis. It's more likely that we will have a rollback since we have a certain level of resistance. And we see that every time we rise higher, it was here. Now it has here, and now we have risen higher again, but nevertheless the general area of resistance is present. Accordingly, even though we rise a little higher, it will still be more likely that there will be pullbacks. As in the previous cases, everything is simple. We don't even have to look at the indicators. Here everything is clear from technical analysis. Well, let's look at the indicators. For bears, power prevails over the bulls' power. This is due to these shadows and the general draw in the last range. So 6 seconds left, but bull's power began to prevail. Since it's already involved without the red candle. 2 green ones and more involved. Yeah, in plus. Good. Now we're ready on the next concept. We open the trade for fall and proceed to technical analysis. Here we have formed a fairly large shadow that is a consequence of reversal. The reversal will not happen. That speaks to the confidence of our overall downward trend at the last period of our chart. Then 16 seconds have already passed. A red candle is formed, so this is also important to take into account. This is the word trend continues. Yeah, but look up. Let's just look at our chart. Here the analysis, both technical and general based on indicators, is simple. General chart analysis also includes technical analysis of the indicator. 10 seconds left and red candle is forming. But great, this deal will close in plus $478. Let's increase the amount of the deal and move on to the next concept. And now we have moved to the next concept. We open the bearish position and begin technical analysis. Here we can already observe that the general trend is downward and confident. At this point, you and I will open our bearish position in the direction of the general downtrend. Our general global trend is also downward. How can we highlight according to our overall schedule? If we look at the indicator for both bears and bull's power, we'll see 2 sliding ones looking at the bottom position. But nevertheless, the bears prevail due to the general drop down, which is precisely why this prompts the opening of bearish position. Its angle is clearly less than that of bulls. Let's watch the chart. There are 17 seconds left. And 3 seconds left. Good. The deal in plus. And let's reduce our amount to $150. And then we'll move on to our last concept pair for today. So we move on to the next concept pair, opening a bullish position and proceeding with the technical analysis. Here we see the most unpleasant situation since we have some kind of consolidation, and then it's better to skip this consolidation and not open trades. This especially applies to beginners. But nevertheless, to show that I trade on all concept pairs, and so that there are no questions, I open on all concept pairs. So I open a position for growth, and since we were the lower border, we will most likely move to upper border. That's why we opened up. According to the indicator, bears prevail over bulls. So there was a drawdown on the candle and the previous period. Let's watch the chart. There are 13 seconds left. And we see, yeah, the deal implies good $1,000. And now let's finish our trading session. And let's summarize. If I'm not mistaken, the initial deal amount is $15. At the moment, our balance is already $1,000.21. So we increased our balance many times over. It's very nice, and if you also want to increase your balance, see more videos and trade with me, and go to my Telegram channel and subscribe it. Let's also go over the settings of our trading space. This is the amount of deals. We almost always increased it, except for a few deals. Also, the largest deal was the previous concept, if I'm not mistaken. Next, time frame is 1 minute. This is the optimal time for a deal for videos, so as not to delay it. What else? This is the time frame on our chart. It also for 1 minute. To make it more convenient, we trade it on the concept as you see in the upper rear of the screen. There were 5 of them. Yeah, but we did 2 circles. There were 10 of them. Also, when you choose what to trade on, for example, concept as gold, oil, and so on, look at 2 criteria. The first is the percentage of payments. It should preferably exceed 70%, no longer. If you also trade plus minus 10 concept, it will be desirable for 6 or 7 to have a high percentage, but for the final ones it might not be very high. The second criterion is the intensity of changes in payments. When you start trading, don't open trades right away. Wait a little, so to say. Look at the consequences to see how stable the payments are. These are 2 criteria. For general analysis, we use technical analysis as well as 2 indicators. This is a bearish power. Here are its parameters. The parameters are the same, they just do different things, and they are parameters of Bill's power. Anyone who needs it can copy it. Period 13, color red. Let me remind you that bear's power is responsible for a decrease, bull's power for an increase. Also reminds you that the indicator is late, and there is also a situation where 2 moving orders are directed to the top or bottom, and the positive and a positive, and is either a candle that changes sharply or such consolidations, that is the constant change of candles sideways, either upwards or downward. This also often happens. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have any questions you can write me in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.